Namaste friends, I hope you are following the physics video lectures. We are in the second unit, motion in the straight line. Today our goal is to learn about the distance and displacement concepts. In this one, displacement concept is some more important compared to the distance. Let me enter into the concept. What does it mean by distance? Generally, the distance is nothing but it is the total path length followed by the object from initial position to final position. If we take the definition manner, means the length of the actual path travelled by an object between its initial and final positions. For easy understanding, let me take one object is moving point A to point B. Let me take, I am taking two different paths like this. Is the object is moving from Ax to B, it is coming from along the path of Ax to B, it is coming like this. So how much actual path length travelled by the body from initial point to final point? Initial point this one, it is the final point of this one. So how much actual path length travelled by the body is named as a distance. That means in the distance we are not discussing about the direction of the directional quantity. That means a distance is a purely scalar quantity. So distance is a purely scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity, that means it has only magnitude, it does not having any direction. So as the distance is the scalar quantity, the value of the distance may have always it is the positive value or it may be 0. What does it mean by 0? If you are observing a motion of the object in particular time, the object does not changes its position, then we will say that the distance is a 0. Let me take, this is the initial position, the object is here at a time t is equal to 0. After 10 minutes we observed, after 10 minutes the object is in the same position. What is the distance covered by the object? Means the same location is there. So the distance is equal to 0. Generally the distance will represented with the s value. Let me take another case. What I am taking, at initial case the object is somewhere here. So let me take here object A, that is the initial position. After t time the object is somewhere here. So it is moved along this path. Along this path it is covered. So what is the distance mean? This total path length, the total path length covered by the body from initial to final position, that is named as the distance. What are the units for this distance? It is the length. Length units is nothing but meters. These are the units for the distance is meters. Very important. The distance is a scalar quantity. It may have the positive value or it may be 0. But it never will be negative term. That is the very important. It never a negative term, negative value. So it does not possess the negative value. That is about the distance. Now let me go to the displacement. Displacement is nothing but it is the change in position of an object along a fixed direction. Fixed direction means, let me take in the previous case, one object is moving from A to B along a path direction of Ax B. But our goal is to find out A to B from initial point to final point at a fixed direction we are measuring. This direction we are measuring. This direction, how much object path length is there, that is named as the displacement. In this one we are discussing about the directional quantity. So that means it have the magnitude, it have the direction, then it is a purely scalar quantity. It is the scalar quantity. Displacement is the scalar quantity. Now we will get to the another definition. It is the shortest path measured in the direction from initial point to final point. So let me take this, the object is moving like this. This is the, what is the shortest path means we need to draw a perpendicular line from A to B. To draw a perpendicular line we need to follow a particular direction. So it will have the particular directional quantity. So this is the shortest distance which is having initial point to final point of the object. So that is called the displacement. So displacement is the scalar quantity. What is the units of displacement? It is the length only. Length units is nothing but meters. In CJ system, centimeters. No issue about this one. Now let me go to the some of the important one. What are the distance between the what are the distance and displacement distance? Let me go to one of the example. Now I am summarizing the two quantities. Let me, one of the object is moving like this. This object is moving like this from initial point A to final point B. So this object is moving A, X, Y, Z and B. It is coming from A to B. It is the initial point, it is a final point. So that means AX plus XY plus YZ plus ZB, it is the total length. Total length is called it as a, what we total length? Total length is nothing but distance. But if you draw a line from A to B, perpendicular line from initial point to final point, that is called the displacement. So it is denoted with AB bar. AB bar called is that displacement. Displacement. It is the AB bar is the displacement, but AX distance plus XY distance plus YZ distance plus ZB distance is called as the distance. For your easy understanding, one more diagram I am taking from A to B, B to C and C to D. This is like this. From A to B, B to C, C to D, like this it is coming. Let me take this distance is 4 meter, this distance is equal to 6 meter, this distance is equal to 4 meter. Now what is the distance in this one? Distance is nothing but A to B plus B to C plus C to D. It is the distance, it is the initial point, it is the final point. So how much? 4 plus 6 plus 4, that is equal to 14 meters. Now what is the displacement? The perpendicular distance between the initial and final distance. How much perpendicular distance is there? A to B, this is a 6 meter distance, that is equal to AD bar is equal to 6 meter distance. We are having only 6 meters. That is the very important about the distance and displacement. Some of the properties are there in the displacement, that those are properties or characteristics of displacement, we will call it as a. So the first characteristic is nothing but displacement can be positive, negative or zero. Depending upon the origin, depending upon the motion of the object from the origin, we can specify the what is the value of the displacement. So along the coordinate system we are here. So let me take, if the object, I am taking case 1, if the object does not move with respect to the time, what is the displacement? Its initial position is here itself, its final position is here itself, does not varying its initial and final position. Then what is the shortest path between the initial and final? There is no any change this one. Then displacement, so that is equal displacement is equal, let me take AB bar is equal to 0 because of it is not changes. Now let me go to the another case. If the object is initial position at point A, after t time the point is moved from point to A. Let me take origin is here itself, this is the O is the origin. So now origin is the object is moved point B. What is the AB bar? Let me take this value is equal to 8 meter. So along the positive direction this object is moving, then AB bar is a positive value, that is equal to plus 8 meter distance. Because of convention rule, if the from origin to, if the object is moving in rightward direction, it is must be a positive value. AB bar is equal to 8 meters along the positive x-axis. Now let me go to the another case. The object is somewhere here, it is the origin of this object. Now the object is moved from opposite direction, negative direction of the x-axis at a distance of 8 meter. 8 meter is distance. So 8 meter is the initial position is the origin, the after final position, the how much distance is covered means 8 meter. So the shortest distance between the initial to final is 8 meter, but it is moving in the conventional rule of negative direction. Then distance AB bar is equal to, this is the A point, this is the B point, AB bar is equal to minus 8 meters. Here negative is indicating that the object is moved in the opposite, in the negative direction of the x-axis, along the x-axis. We moved it along the x-axis. Here no need to write the positive, just we need to write the x-axis. I hope you are understanding about this one. One more time I am repeating here. If the object is moving from x origin to positive x direction, we will justly simply we denoted with a positive 8 meters on x axis. That means object is moved from origin to right, from left to right in 8 meter distance. But negative 8 meters in the distance means the object is moved from origin to from right to left in 8 meter distance along the x axis. So it will giving the information about the in which direction the object is moving. That means the object may have the 0 value, positive value and negative value. So that means a displacement can have the positive values and negative values and 0 values. This is the first characteristics of the displacement. Let me go to the second characteristic. One minute please. Yes. So now will you please look on this one, second characteristics. The displacement is not a depends on the choice of the origin. This is the very important. Now will you please look on this one. At the case of 1, the origin is somewhere, the object is moving. Let me take the origin is always denoted with the O. At the case 1, the object is located at point, initial point the object is P. The final point object is, let me take initial point is I only, no issue about this one, let me take P only. So the final point object is moved somewhere at point Q. Now what is the displacement of the body for initial point is equal, let me take this value is equal to R1. The final position of the distance value is equal, let me take R2. The shortest distance between the initial and the final distance is nothing but displacement. Now the displacement of the body in this origin situation is equal to, that is equal to PQ bar. PQ bar means a final position vector R2 bar minus R1 bar. This value only we will get. This value is always fixed. This value is equal, let me take some value for your easy understanding. I am taking 8 meters. 8 meter distance in the positive direction. This value is equal to 8 meters only. Now will you please look on this one. In the same situation I am changing the origin location. I am redrawing this diagram with a different color. So please look on this one. Now origin is somewhere here. This is the second origin I am indicating with O dash. O dash is the new origin. Now the location of this initial position of this one I am taking the another representation R1 dash. It is the position vector of this initial point of the object at point P, R1 dash. After time t, the object is moved some more distance from P to Q, that second location of this object. This value is the R1 dash from origin. So after time t, the object is moved from origin P to Q. That distance I am taking R2 dash, because of I am taking everything is R2 dash. Then again the PQ bar is equal to again R2 dash minus R1 dash, but this value is always fixed. 8 meter distance is covered in positive direction, 8 meters. What does that mean? It telling that even though the origin is displaced, then the displacement is never varies. That means the displacement is independent of the choice of origin. Even we are changing the origin location, then displacement may not be changes. This is the very important one. Now let me go to the third condition. The third property is the actual distance. The actual distance traveled by an object is a given interval is greater than or equal to the magnitude of the displacement. What does that mean? In a given interval of time, if we measure the distance, if we measure the displacement, then the displacement may be, the distance may be greater than or equal to the magnitude of the displacement. For easy understanding, I am taking one small example. Let me take this one, case 1 and case 2 I am taking. Let me take the object is started from A. It is the initial point. It is the initial point. What does that mean? This is telling that displacement is always greater than or equal to distance. So otherwise you can take another manner. This one distance. What does that mean? Sorry, I written wrong. So distance is greater than or equal to displacement. Let me correct this one. Sorry. So this definition is a distance is always greater than or equal to the displacement, or the same formula can be written as the displacement is always lesser than or equal to the distance. Now let me go to the with an example we can easily understanding about this condition. Let me take one object is started from A to, it is started from 4 meter distance up to B and 6 meter distance up to C, and again 4 meter distance up to D. Now will you please tell me that what is the value of the distance? Distance is nothing but AB plus BC plus CD we will get. The distance is equal to AB plus BC plus CD, that is equal to how much value? 4 plus 6 plus 4, that is equal to 14 meters. But what is the distance displacement value? It is the shortest distance between the initial and final. So shortest distance means perpendicular line I am drawing here. The perpendicular line, how much value we are getting? 6 meter distance only I am getting. That means displacement is equal to 6 meter distance. Then in this case what we learn? Distance is greater than to the 6 meters value. Distance is greater than to the displacement. In this case conclusion is distance is greater than to the displacement. Now one more case I am taking. Will you please look on this one? So one of the object, let me take another example I am taking. One of the object is moving from A to B along this direction. This object is moving like this direction. Now will you please look on this one? Object point A to, from origin, from point A to the object is moved point B. So will you please look on this one? Distance value and displacement value both are equal. It is a straight line path is having. So distance is equal to displacement in the case 2. 1 minute. Okay. Case 2 what we will having? In this case what we are having? Distance is equal to displacement. Distance is equal to displacement. Now take another condition. I am taking another condition. What will happen in another condition means, let me take the origin. The object is somewhere here in the straight line. So the object is moved from O. It is moving. It is moved in forward direction from O to A. O to A is moving. How much distance it moved means, let me take this value is equal to 10 meter distance. Again the body is moving from O to, it is the initial path. The object is moving from origin to initial path is equal to 10 meter distance. Again the particle is moving from O to B. So from A to B certain distance, that distance I am taking, let me take this distance is equal to 6 meter distance. 6 meter distance. It is went like this, again it is coming back like this up to B. Where it is started? It is started from O. It is the initial point. It is the initial point. Where it is ended? It is the final point at point B. It is the final point of the object. Please look on this one. How much distance covered by the object? Will you please look on this one? How much distance? OA distance is equal to, I am writing distance. Distance is equal to OA plus AB. This is the value. OA how much distance? I already told you this total distance is equal to 10 meters. How much distance AB? I already told you this distance is equal to 6 meters. Then how much distance? 16 meters distance is covered. The length of the distance is equal to 16 meters. But let me take what is the displacement of this object. Displacement. Where it is when? Okay. Yes. Now come to the situation displacement. Displacement. What does it mean to displacement? It is the shortest distance between the initial and final point of the object in the motion. Now initial point, where it is having, it is the initial point. What is the final point? It is the final point. What is the distance between these two? If it is the 10 meters, if it is the 6 meters, what of this one? 4 meters. Are you getting? I hope. So that is equal to OB bar is the displacement, that is equal to just to 4 meters only. Will you please look on this one? 4 meters is lesser than to the 16 meters. That means the displacement is lesser than to the distance. Some case they may be equal, some case they may be smaller, some case equal, smaller. That is the condition we are having. So displacement, the final conclusion is displacement is always greater than or equal to, sorry, this writing is not clear. Let me check another color. Now distance is always greater than or equal to displacement, lesser than or equal to displacement. I hope you understand. Now let me go to the another important condition. The displacement is a vector quantity, is all I already told you, because of we need to specify in a particular direction, the measurement must be done in a particular direction. It is a vector quantity. Now let me go to the another one. The displacement on an object between the two given points is independent of the actual path followed by an object from initial to final point. For this one you can easily understand. Now let me take this one. This is the one of the object from A to B is coming. In the first path, how it is coming like this? It is coming like this. After this it is coming like this. It is coming. So it is a 4 meter, 6 meter, 4 meters. The displacement is equal to 6 meter because of it is having 6 meter. But will you please look on this one? This body is coming like this. This body is coming like this. But displacement is 6 meters only, but distance is this is the direction is different. This is the path 1, this is the path 2. We are discussing here the displacement is the independent of the path, because of it is always fixed value. In a particular direction we are measuring, that value must be fixed, even though the path is different paths are we are getting. This is the path 1, this is the path 2. This second path also it is having larger distance, it is covered. But we are bother about this because of we are not discussing about the in which path is our coming. We are discussing what is the shortest distance between the initial and final point of the two object in the motion. These are the very important points about the distance and the displacement characteristic. We need to know about this one. We need to apply in the problem solving. Thank you for listening.